The countdown to the 2021 FIA WRC Safari Rally continues. And we here at the Safari Rally Kenya TV will be giving you updates on the go and exclusive interviews. I'm your host, Sean Osimbo. Now we are in Spring Valley, in the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, to talk to one of Kenya's top rally drivers, Eric Bengi. Just how ready is he for the WRC Safari Rally? Let's find out today. Karibu sana, Eric Bengi. Welcome to the show. I'm so excited to actually host you here. So quickly, let's just dive into it. How ready are you? Let me just start with a big question. How ready are you for the WRC Safari Rally?
Well, as you can see, the car looks like it has nothing.
Yeah.
But we are quite ready. We are on, as per our program, we are on time. We needed to prepare it this way to get ready for the safari. Safari, is a very torturous rally, and we are immediately coming from the ARC rally, which was also quite torturous. So we needed to prepare our car well, keep it ready, and nice and tidy.
Yes.
So that's how you can see it.
Yes.
By the 20th, will be done.
20th of June.
20th of June will be done.
Amazing.
In fact, by the 29th of this month, we'll be taking it out for testing.
Amazing.
So it will actually be ready.
We need to come for that and see how it will go. Yes, thank you so much. So as a Kenyan rally driver, when you had Kenya is back on the global map, after this whole time, when it comes to the Safari Rally, what went on through your mind at that moment?
First and foremost, I was very, very excited because having the internationals back here comes with a lot of advantages. Number one, we have people we can pace ourselves with and see how well we are doing. You can be a hero in your village and think that
that's it.
You are the best in the world.
Yes.
So that was number one. Number two, there's also a lot of knowledge transfer from the other countries to here. These people are coming with their mechanics, with work teams, and so on and so forth. We need to look at and see how they prepare their cars, how they run their teams, how they also drive, how well organized they are. And these are all learnings that we need to embrace to get to that level. The other thing is, of course, the cars. We're actually running very outdated cars. None of these cars qualifies for Safari. I mean, for WRC. But we need to look at what cars they have. What is the future of the cars in motorsports? What is the new trends? Which cars have been tested and tried? We have this myth that cars which have really not been tested in the torturous environments like Safari may not actually withstand our kind of environment. If you remember, when their files first came here, they had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But over time, you see them with the improvements that have been done on them, you see them sustaining. So again, we need to see that because we are looking into the future.
Yes, and I know Kenyans are very excited when you hear the likes of Thierry Neuville coming, Augier coming. Which international drivers are you looking forward to interacting with once they land? And once again, let me just take you back from your point. Do you think they will actually hack this terrain? Remember how even the ARC, the build-up was?
From when we did the pre-safari testing here, all these work teams have been sending their emissaries here to come and see what kind of terrain we have. And I'm sure they have prepared their cars well. Turkey is another very difficult terrain. It's very rocky, very hard. Well, maybe not as hard as here, but I think that is a good testing ground for them to see how their cars can fare. Yes, we are looking forward to interact with all those top drivers. I can tell you, I think all of them are such amazing drivers.
You have a favorite for now when you watch the WRC?
Actually, Thierry Neuville.
Yeah,
He's my favorite.
oh my goodness. And it'll be here. Like yesterday, I remember talking to Tuta, and she's like, okay, no, we have to be professional, but she
Yes.
has to sneak in a selfie at some point. That's amazing. So, yeah, talk to us about what your car has to go through in readiness of the event. And I hope we can also get some of those pictures so that when you're talking about it, people can definitely understand how you will be going about everything with your team.
Okay. Now, you see, we have been running the car for the season. We have done 2 events.
Yeah.
And well, with those 2 events, you get quite a number of breakages. If you look at the front here, where we have removed all the parts, you see this new paintwork.
Yeah.
And there's also a lot of welding. So from ARC, we actually got quite a number of cracks because that terrain is very rocky. You hammer rocks like they are not there.
That was Malewa.
Yes.
Most of Malewa, yes.
You just take it as it comes. Even
Yes.
Sambu is quite torturous.
Oh, yeah, yes.
So you need to come back, inspect your car thoroughly to ensure that everything is okay. The second thing that we'll wear off is suspension. Suspension is the life of these cars. We need to check how well it has done after the previous rallies. You need to service your suspension. You need to check the bushes. You need to check the rose joints. You need to check everything, basically.
Yes.
Afresh. Then the speeds that we drive at, 2 or 3 races, you need to open your gearbox and see what's happening there. For instance, when we opened our gearbox after ARC, we realized that the clutch was worn out.
So that means a whole new clutch.
Yes. The clutch, the pressure plate, the release bearings, that whole set.
So it's like starting from scratch again.
Yes.
Wow.
We service these cars after every other rally.
Wow.
Then for the drivetrain, every 2-3 rallies, we need to look at it. You need to look at your diffs. You need to look at your gearbox. You need to look at the entire drivetrain from front to back. That's why you see this car over there. When you opened again the diffs, we realized some had a few cracks here and there. So we need new gears and new replacements and fit it in. The other thing that, and more so especially for Safari, we an FIA event, we need to be compliant with the regulations.
Yes.
One of the things, and small things, for instance, the seats. Our seats are out. One of our seats had a scratch on the sticker, which was not very legible. We know that will not pass scrutineering, so we need to come and replace a seat. You go to the fuel tank. Most of our fuel tanks had actually expired pre-ARC, and again, that's another component that we need to be compliant to be able to compete in WRC. So there are all those nitty-gritty details that we need to go through. For instance, again, we got a small scratch on the windscreen after ARC. A small pebble hit it, and we had a spot crack.
Yeah.
Again, that means you
a whole new one.
You change your windscreen.
Yeah. All I can hear is money, more money, and more money. So that is very expensive, which we all know. It's very expensive. So how are you doing this? Talk to us about your partnership with Menengai and how much is required to make sure, on 29th, when you go for testing with this, you'll be at least, a smile will be on your face.
Yes. Menengai has been very, very supportive to us. We have been with Menengai for the last 4 years. They started with us when we were nobody. And I'm happy at least they have made us somebody. Yes, and let me put it in simpler terms. The higher you go, the hotter it becomes.
Of course.
And the better you perform, actually it also comes at a cost. When we were running the 2-wheel drive car, it was much cheaper compared to this. These, for the speeds, for the handling, it costs more. Even the car costs more. So without support, sometimes it's a bit difficult. Menengai has really supported us. And to bring this car to piece, back to shape before safari, we need to put in almost $1 million into it.
In the next, just how many weeks to go? Like 1 week to go?
In the next, yeah.
To testing.
Yes.
Okay. All
2
right.
weeks. Yeah, we need that.
Yeah.
But it's what it is.
Yeah. And you've talked there about two-wheel drive, and I remember Bengi, and I remember even talking to you with Tuta in studio. That was a very, very good time. Let's take you way back. Talk to us about your first car and how you got into rallying and your passion for rallying, where it all started from.
My passion for rallying started very long time ago. When we were growing up, my old man used to take us out for the then classic safari in the late 70s. I'm not that young, yeah? And the names you'd hear then was Shekameta and who was the other thing? Yeah, Shekameta and Wadagad and all those likes. Okay, so when I was growing up, I actually wanted to be Shekameta. Then later on, I changed and I wanted to be Singh. So about 2004-5 is when I started my rallying journey. I did not have a car. I went and I bought a Peugeot 309, which I had every intention of building into a rally car. Around that time, Michelle Morton was driving a Peugeot 309, and she was doing very well. And there was also, I think it was Antaith, who was driving one as well. And I said, 309 is a good car. That dream never came true. A lot of other things happened, and I realized that it was a tall order to do that. Then come the year 2010, I wanted a fresh start in everything.
Yes.
And I looked at the rallying platform and I realized that the rally cars were slightly more expensive.
Yeah.
But raid cars were doing very well, and you could just have as much fun. And that time I had a back problem, and the more comfortable car for me was actually a Land Rover. That's how I got myself an old Land Rover Discovery, and I got into raid.
How much was it then?
It was 600,000. Yeah. I built it, I souped it up with some guy in Karen called Salim at a decent price, and I was into raid.
Okay, you went, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when we got into raid, we got very frustrated because we kept on getting lost. Navigation was not my kind of thing. I don't know directions by looking at the sun.
Yeah.
So we did that for 2 seasons, and we decided to try one of the Gunanaks. We rolled. We thought maybe we were not very well prepared, and we tried the following event at the beginning of the season. We again rolled, and that is where we stopped driving the raid cars in rally.
Yeah.
So that time we were looking at what was the course, and we realized yes, we had bad suspension and all. And on evaluation, I realized a 2-wheel drive car was at a decent price, cheaper than the suspension I would have put in the Land Rover.
True.
So I put the Land Rover aside. I went to South Africa, got myself that brilliant yellow Ranex.
Yes.
That did amazing things here.
I know you achieved
and
so much.
We achieved so much.
Yes.
And it also taught us a lot of things. And that really kicked back my excitement into motorsports. Previously, I tried autocross in a buggy. Again, I realized it's not my kind of thing. I can't.
It's not working, no?
I can't drive outside.
Yeah. Amazing. Talk to us about those before we continue. The achievements you had with the Ranex. Because I remember talking to you with this when you had the Ranex, and
yes.
Oh my goodness, you quite had the year.
With the Ranex, we We did 3 seasons in it. We won a championship in it. We did our best result in it was 8th position in a KNRC. We beat Subarus, we beat Evos, we were there, top 10. And that was my greatest achievement in motorsports to date.
Amazing.
It was an amazing car. We did a lot of work on it. And yes, it gave us results.
It did. It put you in the map. It put your name on the map, I remember.
Absolutely.
Yes. And now, your transition to the premier class. How was that? And, also coming down to money,
Yes.
with the premier class. First, why the decision to go into the premier class, and how has it been so far?
Well, after 3 seasons in the Ranex, to be honest with you, we didn't have competition.
Okay.
There's so much that we could get out of that car, and I think we had gotten to the end of it. So that's why we decided to upgrade into Group N. In fact, we came, we were in Division 1 in a 2-wheel drive car. So when we came in the Subaru, we were actually in Division 1. Then Subaru was again a very good stepping stone to the higher level, because it is a very forgiving car, if I may put it that way. It had been tested and tried over years. It had done WRCs here for many years. And it was also a very amazing car. We prepped it well. And again, we won a championship in that car.
Yes.
We won a Group N, and we won Division 1 at that time. And that is the car that actually promoted us to the Premier Class. Then we came to the Premier Class in Mitsubishi. We had a very frustrating first season. The car didn't perform for whatever reason. I guess we did not gel with it. Then we actually sold it off this year. And in the meantime, we had gotten this
one
last year. It's the same car, it's the same Mitsubishi, but for some reason, again, we have a conversation with it.
Do you have a name for it, or just?
No, I don't have a specific name.
Or it's just Bengi's car?
Yes.
Just Bengi's
but
car.
We have a conversation with it.
You bond with it.
We bond with it, we gel, and it has actually given us 100% finishes up to now.
Yes, so I know when you're having a conversation with it, also Peter is in that car having a conversation with it. Talk to me about that bonding, you and Peter, which I know every driver and every navigator calls it a marriage.
It is
especially during in the WRC.
Yeah. When we started off with this car, I was actually with Peter, and he was a rookie, complete novice. For the previous season, we had taken him out in our recce's just as a trainee navigator, and he was very excited about it. So when the opportunity came in, he was there. He was our first choice. Not because he's very experienced, not because he knew a lot about navigation, but because he had the right attitude. He was ready to learn. He wanted to learn, and he came in to support and to assist us to get to the next level, and that's exactly what he has done. I can tell you it's pretty amazing that we've done about 3 races with him, and I'm pretty confident that he's at that level.
Yes, and you're looking forward to, I'm so sure, continuing that relationship when you guys head for the WRC Safari Rally. So which category have you guys enrolled in? Because I know, yes, most of our Kenyan cars also, because and also definitely the top classes for the guys who've been,
We're actually in the non-priority category. WRC has a WRC 1, 2, 3, which are purely homologated WRC cars.
Yes.
There are 5s, I think they qualify for WRC 2, but our Group Ns and our 4s, they are beyond the FIA classification. So we actually the non-priority group.
So, but I know you still have, your goals that you've set with this rally. So what are you aiming to achieve with Peter, of course, navigating you there? And it's more stages, so it's for me, be like, wow. And you know what? We saw what happened in the RC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I think we are exactly where we wanted to be 5 years ago. For starters, when we started off with the Run X, we just wanted to get to Division One. Then our next target was to get to the Premier, and we got there. Then our target right now, sorry, we missed a season last year. Our target right now, which was last year's target, was actually to maintain a top 5. And from top 5, we want to get to the podium. Sad to say, we almost got to the podium in ARC.
Yes.
But we made a calculation mistake on the regulations. Had we retired, we would have actually been there. We would have actually been on the podium. But that is sports.
That is
what
sports.
it is.
Yeah.
We are happy with where we are. We are happy with what we did. And I'm really looking forward to the WRC. See how we pace ourselves again with these top drivers.
Yeah.
If you remember very well, when Tapio came here, he used to give us very big gaps.
Yeah.
We all went for training with him.
Yes.
We all went for training with him, and those gaps reduced. I don't know where he's now gone. He's gotten lost for a few years, but he did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But had we not gotten that kind of challenge, we wouldn't be where we are today. So I'm actually happy that these guys are coming to give us a push.
Amazing.
The next level.
Yeah. Speaking of challenges, what do you think has been your biggest challenge so far in the world of motorsports?
Well, the biggest, of course, is financial.
Yes.
If monies were permitting, I wouldn't be driving this car.
True.
I would have pushed to WRC too. The driving experience there is quite different.
On another level.
The car handling is very different. Even to compete with the R5 is very different than these ones. I really salute people like Boldy, people like Flash, who have really been pushing those R5, who have been competing with the R5 in the R4 class.
Yeah.
So that is one. Number two, our local teams here, I think we lack a bit of preps. We are not very serious with our preparations, and it's a challenge. I would wish that we all can get to the professional level.
Yeah.
But again, finances permitting, I believe everybody would want to be at that level.
Yeah, I know we've talked to so many rally drivers and they say this because in other countries, when you're a rally driver, it's like your life. You eat, breathe, live rallying.
Yes.
But I know, including you, you're a lawyer.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a day job. I need a day job.
Yeah, you need a day job. And I hope one day Kenya can get to that. So how do you juggle, being a lawyer?
Yes.
And also now rallying? Especially in such a year now that the Safari Rally is going back to the global map. Yes.
Yes, my
And we are in Spring Valley. Sorry about that short break, but we're back with top Kenyan rally driver Eric Bengi. He's talking to us about his WRC Safari Rally preparations. He has taken us, he has shown us the car and everything that's needed. Approximately 1 million to make this ready.
Yeah, just for the event.
Just for the event. That's how expensive rallying can get. And he's talking to us about his journey. And now we're going into the best and worst moments in rallying. Take it away. Let's start with the best, Eric.
Yeah, my best moment was to get to a top 10 position in a two-wheel drive car. Very exciting. It was in Kajiado, and I was over the moon. Couldn't believe that can happen. My worst moment was 2019 season. I did not have a single finish. I had a breakdown after another, after another, after another.
That's draining.
It's so
mentally,
mentally,
even physically,
emotionally,
financially,
everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. Yes, and I've talked to so many rally drivers where they express like when they finish a race, it's like a win for them still, even if they didn't make it to the podium. But then when you retire, you feel like, what? Why?
Absolutely. Finishing a rally, having gone through the entire course, is so elating. You feel so good about yourself. You trust your preps. You trust even the people who are behind you, the mechanics, the service crew, everybody. But when you have a retirement, you have a lot of questions to yourself. And if you retire in the middle of Soisambu as the last stage at night, where do you even start?
Yeah.
I mean, you are hungry. You don't have any water. I mean,
and you had put your mind, everything in your mind to this race.
Yeah. You have invested so much. I'm saying you are very hungry because many a times you control how much you eat before you go for the race. You can easily throw up. So you had really saved yourself for that, and then that happens. It's a bit draining.
And still, even when you talk about retirement, how do you still pick yourself up and say, you know what, I'm going to go for the next race. I'm going to do this. I'm going to pick up. We're going to work hard. We're going to repair the car, and we're going to do this again.
You need to be very strong-willed. And one of the things that I've personally done is that I close my day on the day of the rally, and I switch my mood. It's like the way you tune in from one station to another. I completely switch. On the rally week is when I switch on to rally mode, so that I'm also able to concentrate on my other things. So that way you're able to juggle and separate issues. Take the lessons and the learnings and move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, and before we go to the fun questions, I'm just going through some of the comments. I see everyone is watching. We have Pietro Latuca. I think that is an Italian flag, yeah? Is that an Italian flag? Yes.
Looks like
yes. Watching from Italy. We have Timothy Marine saying, let's meet in the arena. And then we have Jagdeep Kaur saying, good luck with the preparations.
Thank you very much.
Bengi. So let's go to some of your questions as the fans that you had sent in earlier. And the first question they have for you is, what is the one thing you like about rallying?
It is so relieving. You see, after a stressful week, a stressful month, you have this one thing that you look up to relax you. It is just about you and your God. You don't take no phone calls, no nothing. It's just you and God. It's that moment for me. It's a very divine moment.
Amazing. Oh, nice. Are you a fast driver in your private life? This is a question I'm told to ask each and every rally driver. Are you a fast driver in your private life?
Actually not. I'm quite disciplined. I have learned how to use my cruise control.
Mhm.
And
A rally driver using cruise
yes, I
control.
use cruise control.
That's pure discipline.
And
Yes.
I tell people that if you want to race, please come to the racing field. Don't
Mm-hmm.
race on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue. What is the most difficult decision you have ever made as a driver?
Is actually on the verge of retirement. You know you have two options:
Mm-hmm.
either to retire and save the car, or to push on and hope that nothing happens. A couple of times we pushed on and we ended up blowing our engines. Quite expensive, but you know it's a decision that you have to make.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a balance of retirement, self-retirement, and proceeding. It's always a tough one to make.
Wow. So if you're not a rally driver, let me throw this in there because maybe they didn't know you're a lawyer. If you're not a rally driver, slash maybe also lawyer, what would you be doing currently? Let me just remove the law part quickly.
I would actually be a sniper.
People, I know my social media manager is going to be happy. She's ready to post this at any time. A sniper.
I'd be a
Wow.
sniper because, look, rallying really tones you down and brings you down to, it brings down your adrenaline to the level that you needed to be. By the way, I'm very hot tempered, but this has toned
This
me down.
calms you down.
Yes. There are many times I wanted to be one, but at least I had something else to do.
Yes. Wow. So if you could be someone else for a day, who would you be?
I want to be a girl for just one day.
Just to know
Not
what you
2
go
days.
through.
Yes.
Just one day.
Just one day.
I don't. Oh, it's a whole
To
mental game. It's a whole mental game. It's a whole. Oh my goodness! I don't think any man can handle it. It's a whole mental game. I'm
Only
telling
for
you.
one day, not for 2 days.
Yeah, for one. Oh, okay, one.
Yes.
No, let's say 6 hours. 6 hours would be enough.
Max.
Yeah, max.
Not
yes.
more than that.
Yes. Also, the last one. What are your future plans? We also got this from one of your fans. What are your future plans?
Yeah. In motorsports, we actually want to be here and to be here until we get to the top. That was our plan from day one. We are still learning. I know many people don't believe that we are learning, but we are learning and we want to even get better.
Yeah. Any dreams of being part of the WRC circuit?
Maybe I'm too old for that.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I qualify. In my retirement, I'll go to classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking forward to classic?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to classic.
Reminds me of Ian's car the other day. He was getting it ready for the classic. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Amazing. Any driver locally who you look forward to or who has impressed you so far and you like what they're doing?
Yes. I want to name 3.
Yeah.
My first role model, I'm sorry, is my mechanic.
Yes.
Is Goldie.
Yes.
And what I particularly like about him is that he's very meticulous in his driving, very careful. He always delivers a clean car. Rarely will you see him doing anything funny. My second model is actually Ian Duncan.
Oh.
He's done it all. He can drive anything. He's an all-rounder. Give him a buggy, give him a pickup, give him a two-wheel drive car, give him anything. My third one is actually Flash. I will not say it verbatim the way I would want to put it.
Yeah.
But the guy has guts.
Yeah.
The kind of risks that he takes, and he gets away with it. Only God knows.
We salute him.
We salute him.
All the 3 of them. Baldy, Ian Duncan, Flash Tuno. And you're there up there with also those big names.
I'm coming up. I'm coming up the ladder.
All right. You're there. For us, running fans, you're there. Thank you so much for doing this with us on WRC Safari Rally on IG, Safari Rally Kenya, TV on YouTube, and Safari Rally Kenya, that is on Facebook. Before we just wrap up, your parting shot, any last words you have for the fans as we head to the WRC Safari Rally? Yes. This big, huge event for Kenya. I don't know if Kenyans know how huge this thing is.
I think they know.
They know. I think now they're getting it.
They are getting it.
The heat is real.
it's so real.
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
And to our fans, thank you so much.
Yes.
We have a lot of support from Uganda, Kenya,
wow.
Kenya. But Uganda...
Ugandans are crazy. They are on another level.
Absolutely.
Even with this channel,
Yes.
with our pages, Ugandans are all over the place. Thank you so much, Ugandans.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You have no idea how much we feel when you celebrate us. We appreciate you. Secondly, let me thank my sponsors.
Yes.
Menengai Lemon. They have been there with us through thick and thin. Without their support, maybe we would have given up. But we've not given up. We are here. And again, we are into the safari. Yeah. Even to our local supporters, everybody, including you guys, just buy Menengai Lemon Basso. You'll take me to the next level. Just buy the Basso. They have had you. Thank you so much for doing this with us at Safari Rally Kenya TV. We are humbled to actually host you, and we wish you all the best with your preparations. And as you gear up for the WRC Safari Rally happening in June 24th, 27th, but I know you guys will be way there earlier because it's a whole lot putting up that, Reiki, scrutineering, everything. Yes. So we wish you all the best, and we are cheering you on. Asante sana. Yes. Thank you. Yes, that was Karibu. That was us just at Safari Rally Kenya TV talking to Eric Bengi, one of Kenya's top rally drivers. We are here in Spring Valley. It has been amazing. And also, yes, he has named his 3 drivers, and we're hoping to talk to them very soon. That is Baldev Chaga, Ian Duncan, and also Carl Flash Tundo. Yes, we'll be here and we'll be giving you more updates and details of what is happening as we gear up for this big major event that is happening after 19 years. Amazing. I feel like crying when I talk about the Safari Rally because that is how big this is for our country, Kenya. And also just that Naivasha, how much they will be getting from this, from the local businesses and everyone who's also involved in the rally. So here, thank you so much. And also I have to thank Team DGC, who are behind the scenes, and they are doing this live and bringing you all these details. We have Dennis and Charlene on the camera. We have Faraday, who's Mr. Live Stream over there. We have Maura Malanga, who's our social media manager. We have also Sancho, who's a photographer and also logistics here, just helping us behind the scenes to make sure this is a success and you guys get to know your rally drivers. And also, I really have to thank our international fans who've been watching this all the way from Uganda, Italy, United States. We've been seeing your messages. Keep them coming. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely evening. And before I go, the hashtag is Twende Safari Rally. And also we have Safari Rally Kenya. And it's going to be fun. We're looking forward to Naivasha. Thank you. And I can't wait for the next interview. I've been your host, Shono Simbo. Bye.